I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rachak Kwadash. Double honor to my apostles and elders, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here pushing the truth and sincerity. The water for what you do. We love you. We appreciate you through the spirit. All right, your brother Dawah here from the GMS camp in Atlanta. I brought to give you another edifying lesson through the spirit. All right, right now we're gonna jump into scriptures about prophecy. All right, it's gonna be Matthew's chapter 24. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It's about when actually, you know what? Start at verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahweh Shai answered, said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." All right, and are we not in that time of Matthew's the 24th chapter, where we're living in times of wars and rumors of wars and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places and famines going on? Are not people in Puerto Rico and Mexico and Ecuador and where they had that volcano at, Colombia, are people not starving, man, and for famines and without heat, without clean air to breathe and food and water to drink? Are we not without these? Are they not without these things right now? Even Puerto Rico right now is suffering still from the hurricanes, man. And you fucking Americans, all right, and you people out there who are talking about love the world and stuff like that, you're not even sending no help over there, man. You know what I'm saying? They're still suffering. All right. So let's go to really quick, just get this article, because if you saw my previous video on this Edomite, this demon, it's John Bolton, man. You know, he's Secretary Advisor of Defense. All right, Secretary of Defense, man. Trump appointed him for that position. And if you know anything of this man, go back and watch my video, or just look him up, man. Just Google him. John Bolton is to what they refer to as a war hawk, man. All right, meaning he starts wars. He's a war hawk, which means he's more so on the side of going to war. He wants to go to war. He does not want peace on earth. He doesn't want peace between nations. All right, this man is this man is racist. He wants to go against the other nations. He wants to be on top. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna get this is a RT.com. So we're gonna go into the article. It's a really short article. Headline is neocon. All right. Anytime you ever hear that word neo, they always refers to neo-Nazis and shit like that, man. So is neocon war cheerleader John Bolton. They call him a war cheerleader. All right. They call him a war cheerleader. And what does Matthew 24th chapter says? All right. It says, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. All right. So if this man is Secretary of Defense, he's the man that Trump goes to figure out what strategies they should play out, when it comes to certain things. What sanctions they should put on what nation of people, what country, He's the one that's whispering in Trump's ear and telling him to put sanctions on these people, put sanctions on this country, which is doing what? Starting trade wars, which is what? Going to eventually start what? World War III. Because it's happening right now, man. People are getting bombed. People are getting shot. People are getting killed, man. So World War III is here, man. It's not played out on the mainstream yet, And soon it will be, man, because of shit like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of men like him. You wicked ass Edomites, man. All right? You know what I'm saying? So They call him a war cheerleader because he wants to what? Rive up war, man. He's a war cheerleader. They putting it right there in your face, man. They telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? It says neocon war cheerleader John Bolton. All right, Matthew's 24th chapter says, "You shall hear wars and rumors of war when the signs come of the end of the world, man." All right, and my apostles and elders have been telling y'all about this for well over 30 years, man. All right, so hey, continue. It says, is neocon war cheerleader John Bolton a Kremlin double agent? Some say, why not? So basically, just in the title alone, man, just in the headline alone, they're telling you, when they say why not, they're like, man, you know what? We don't Salakia, we're not surprised is what they're saying. It's like, man, we're not surprised, man. Like we're not putting anything past you Americans, man. You know, you proud ass Americans. We're not putting anything past you, man. The scriptures say about he's like the smooth of the butter, man. You know, he crouches and humbles himself. You know, but war is in his heart, man. You know, so either double agent, and they're not even surprised. They're like, man, whatever, man. It's like we we expect nothing less from America. The people who say one thing and do a whole nother, man. Who they always befriend people and then stab their friends in the back. Nobody wants to be friends with you, America. With you fucking Americans, man. Nobody wants to be friends with you so-called white people, man. No one likes you, man. All right, because you always say one thing, you do a whole nother thing, man, and you proud about it. You know, slaughtered the so-called Native Americans, and put all of them, so-called Native Americans, so-called blacks and Latinos, into slavery, and then spit on all over them, and piss on their heads, and then tell us it's raining, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause you've done all these wicked things throughout the world. You know what I'm saying? And especially to the so-called blacks, Native American, and Latino men and women, and then you try to make them out to be the bad people. You put guns and drugs in their ghettos, and you put them in the ghettos. You encamp them into a desolate area where they don't have much to grow on, or to grow from. They don't have many resources, and then with the resources that you give them are deteriorating to their human nature. They can't be brotherly amongst each other. They can't raise their families properly. You know, you 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 you've designed a war. You've designed a war mentality and a war zone amongst the nation of Israel to live in, man, which is you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino men and women, man. You're the Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks about. You're the God's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? And you so-called white people who are Edomites, the word Edom goes back to the Hebrew word Adawam, which means red, because you're red, like John Bolton is red on this picture, right? The background would be white, right? This background would be white. He's more so this color here. All right? And you can see that clearly in his face, All right? So you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino men and women, you were pushed into the ghettos, and the so-called white man gave you a doctrine to turn your environment into a war zone, man. And then he's like, oh, look at those people, man. They look at them. They're savages. Look at the things that they do. They sell drugs. They're nothing but drug dealers. And they're gang members. MS-13, Bloods and Crips, Latin Kings and shit. They don't take care of their kids. Look at the father they leave when you're the one who pushed that doctrine for the women to kick their men out because they receive Section 8 and food stamps, but they can't have a man that lives out with them. So you push this doctrine into our community, man. And then once you've done that, you probably, once you've, if you don't believe me, just look up the Willie Lynch letter, man. And after that, you proudly, After all your work was done, and you said, yes, we did it. You proudly um just pushed it out there all over your media. Put us out there as drug dealers and gangbangers. You know, you put it out there for the world to see, you know, look at these heathens, man. Look at them, man. They're nothing but drug dealers and gangbangers, man, and thieves. All they do is rob people all day and they commit murders and amongst themselves and shit like that, man. We got to control these people. They 90% of them, 75% of them, whatever percentage is a big percentage, ends up in jails, you know, on drugs. And you push that, man. So you're gonna pay for that, you know. The but the point is, I'm not trying to go too far off, is that everybody's caught on to you, even including the other nations, man. You know, they've caught on to who you are, which is why they're like, why not? Of course he's a double agent. Why wouldn't he be? He's from America, right? So we're gonna read a little bit of it. It says John Bolton, who has dedicated his life to getting Iran, a Russian ally, bombed, has revealed himself as a Kremlin agent after shaking Putin's hand in Moscow. Wow, Salakia. Let's jump into a scripture really quick, right? Let me just look that up real fast. Salaki, I'll be right back. All right, I knew what chapter it was, but I had to look up um the verse. Right? Got caught off guard for a second. So I need to do more studying. See that? So I can get these precepts out there, quickly, man. I knew what chapter it was, but forgot what verse it was. Cause yeah, man, you so-called white people, man. No one believes a word you say anymore, man. No one believes a word you say anymore, man. Proof is in the pudding, man. You've done too much already. Psalm chapter 55, verses 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right, so basically, it says it right here, man. I think there's another one I want to get too, because it says right here, it says, after shaking Putin's hand in Moscow, he revealed himself as a double agent. You know. See, I think this is the right verse. No one believes anything you say. It's hard to, it's hard to. Come on, here we go. So it says, Psalms chapter 10, verse 10. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hid his face. He will never see it. So basically, I mean, that's also, kind of going into it because, you come off as humble. You so-called Americans, man, you come off as humble and, you know, act like you're helping people, very giving, very thoughtful. You got all these different organizations fight breast cancer. You're the ones who who invented cancer. And then you got people walking around with the ribbon for cancer, and it's the symbol of Dagon, which is the fish god. You people don't even know that, man. You know, so you gotta wake up, man. It's time for you to wake up. But back on John Bolton's ass. You know, so basically he revealed himself, which was a revelation. All right, after shaking Putin's hand. All right, you know, because they were Russia was in. I mean, America was in hot water with Russia, man. You know, but here they come crouching and humble as themselves. You know, and they speak smooth. Their words are like smooth butter, man. But war is in their hearts, man. He's known as what? A war hawk, man. The in the caption it says is neocon war cheerleader John Bolton war cheerleader John Bolton a criminally double agent. Some say why not? Damn, that's a cut, man. It says um according to Russia Gate's most level-headed disciples. All right, and disciple. I looked up the definition. It means a follower, So not only did you had disciples of Yahweh Shai, all it means is to follow. So it's just like this nigga right here is a disciple of Satan, man. A disciple of the Illuminati, man. So as the U.S. National Security Advisor met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on Wednesday, laying the groundwork for a meeting between Putin and Trump. The ARC Hawk has accused Russia of aligning with Iran, the world's most powerful financer of terrorism, and throwing its weight behind an axis of evil. But Bolton's decision to meet with Putin can mean only one thing. According to celebrated connoisseurs of baseless Russiagate conspiracies, John Bolton has been compromised. Which is all you Americans, man. All you so-called white people, you Edomites, you disgusting, dirty, smelly Americans, you've all been compromised, man. All right? The whole world has seen the things that you have done. All right? And they're not happy about it. It says neocon stenographer Michael Weiss has led the charge, hinting that Bolton's presence in Moscow suggests that the Russians probably have a video of him getting urinated on by a prostitute. Hey, man, you Edomites are sick, man. Not to be outdone, Russian fairy tale author and Atlantic Council poster boy Anders Aslan declared that Bolton had been captured by the Kremlin. Aslan provided mountains of damning evidence to support this incendiary claim in accordance with the strict ethical standards of the Atlantic Council. Bolton made every sign of having been captured by. So basically, you snitch and snitches get stitches, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not. I ain't saying nothing like that. Anything gonna happen to this man, but hey, man, this could be a major reason why Russia wants to bomb America, man, because they can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? You have been compromised, America. All right. Your skirt has been lifted. Such thus saith the Bible, man. All right, people they see you for who you are, man. They know who you are now. All right, we know you, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachel Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and peace and salutations to the whole elect out here pushing this truth and sincerity. The water for what you do. We love you. We appreciate you through the spirit. All right, Shalom.